When I first joined Concierge Coaches, I came to them for help because, to be perfectly honest, we were struggling. Our business was struggling, and we had tried some other management companies and didn't really have much success. And when I mentioned, exploring this other opportunity with my wife, she wasn't too thrilled about it either. But man, from the first day, it was just totally different. And it's been a game changer for our practice and our lives. So I'm so thankful and appreciative to Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard for giving us the opportunity to be a part of their family. Once we joined, I think the biggest thing that the Concierge Coaches has done for me is confidence. We've been able to, it's kind of awkward to say this, but it really encouraged us and motivated us to just be better at what we do. And for me as a doctor, just to be a better doctor and to start really being the detective. I like what Dr. Bard says, the D in DR stands for detective. And just doing more testing, especially imaging. And MRI imaging is the standard for what we do. And it has really taken our practice to a totally different level altogether. If there's anybody out there that's looking for help like I was, I would highly recommend you giving Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard an opportunity to sit down with you and explain to you how that they can help you. There should really be no question in your mind, in my opinion, to not give them an opportunity, at least explore it. And I always say to myself, never shut a door. And if that door is open for you right now you need to walk through it and take the opportunity to meet them. And I think you'll be happy like I am, and I think it has potential of changing your life forever.
Dr. James Dietrich. I'm at Contra Costa Day Centers in Pleasant Hill, California. Struggles were getting started. Where do I want to go? How do I want to design my practice? I was just getting started, started building a practice, and met Dr. Kaplan, Dr. Bard, showed up for their seminar, and it changed my life. It was a huge difference between being another chiropractor in Pleasant Hill or the Bay Area, and became one of the elite members of decompression. It's been fabulous. It's a no-brainer. I mean, you have to join. With their knowledge, their experience, it's a life changer. If you're going to try something different, try this. And it's mostly cash-based, and it's just been a huge success for me and my practice.
Prior to joining Concierge Coaches, I was just pretty much practicing traditional chiropractic, and I was interested in spinal decompression because I actually got injured, had 3 herniations, 2 disc tears, and a friend of mine treated me with the decompression machine, and I got well, and I started kind of getting interested in spinal decompression. I went and bought a machine, but I really didn't know how to use it. And so once I found Concierge Coaches and I found guys like Dr. Lohr and Carrie Gerges, and they're like, they've got 12 tables and they're helping all these people, I said, that's what I want to do. And because there are so many patients that I would see over my past 26 years that I know if I would have had spinal decompression years ago, they'd still be my patient today. So it's really helped me become a better doctor, and just the results are amazing. It's phenomenal. So if you're looking at joining Concierge Coaches, I would tell you one thing, that they're gonna help you become the best doctor you can be. And really, spinal decompression is truly a blessing. It helps people get better. I see chronic cases that I never could have helped before prior to becoming part of this group and this movement. And the brand, Disc Centers of America brand. So the fascinating thing is I've got 2 master's certificates in spinal decompression. I got 4 certifications in spinal decompression. Nobody else in my town can touch what we're doing at this point because I'm the only one doing spinal decompression on a certified national level. And it just keeps building. I've been doing it for 3 years, and every week we get more and more new patients. We see more and more visits, and the results are amazing. They speak for themselves. Results and relief, that's what it's all about here at Concierge Coaches and Disc Centers of America.
My name is Dr. Forrest Edwards. I practice in Hoover, Alabama, which is a suburb of Birmingham. The reason we're here is to actually do a better job for our patients. Our desire to attain excellence is geared because the benefit of our patients is what is foremost in our mind. Applying the science to the clinical application of the disc is really what we're all about. I'm a practitioner of 35 years. I've attained numerous accolades within the chiropractic profession, including my orthopedics, functional neurology, and other accolades. However, Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard have really helped me see how to apply those type of information coupled with the clinical application and the business side of business in such a way that I have never experienced the level of success that I've had under their tutelage. I've seen a very good practice become an extremely great practice, and I see I've only scratched the surface based upon what I see is yet to come. So I'm really very pleased to acknowledge that Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard have been immensely helpful in my success. If anyone were ever hesitant about the commitment to join Concierge Coaches, I would say I have been with numerous management groups and other groups within chiropractic that have not delivered. Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard have always under-promised but over-delivered in every aspect. They have never ceased to disappoint. They have been above board, they've been honest, ethical, and above all, men of honor. I would recommend it very highly to anyone that would consider joining Concierge Coaches.
I'm Dr. Brian Hesser from Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I got to tell you, I've been in practice 23 years, and I've been very successful. The one thing that I was lacking was a key component on how to really treat disc patients, bulging herniated slip disc. So at the end of the day, I wasn't even doing this modality that is so successful and so beneficial at treating patients. So when I met Disc Centers of America, that's the one modality I was missing. We helped a lot of people, but I'm telling you, since I implemented that in my practice, I've even gone up exponentially. And I've helped so many people avoid surgery, which is, I'm telling you, they're off their medications. I get them off narcotics, avoid unnecessary injections like epidurals. And at the end of the day, these patients, we give them their life back, they're functioning, they're back to their normal activities. And it's because I met Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Bard through Disc Centers of America. And it's been a fantastic, wonderful modality that I put into my clinic. So Concierge Coaches, Disc Centers of America, was something I wasn't doing. So it actually gave me a whole different revenue stream to my practice, what I like to call the icing on the cake for me, but it's actually been so beneficial to my patients because I've been able to help patients actually avoid surgery because of this modality, and it was something I wasn't doing previously. So at the end of the day, yes, I've actually made money on top of that, but I was already very successful, but now I got this other modality plus making money that I wasn't doing prior. And I tell you what, it's made a world of difference in my practice. Very simple question. Why you want to be part of Disc Centers of America? One, national branding. You got to have branding. Number two, most of the providers out there are struggling. They're struggling every day. Chiropractic just doesn't fix these type of conditions. So what you need to do is join a team that can give you all the information, everything you need, laid out for you beautifully, presentation, down to internet marketing, down to what you're gonna hand the patient. All the information is there, all the research, and at the end of the day, you don't wanna reinvent the wheel. So I'm telling you, what I pay Dr. Kaplan, Dr. Perry, Disc Centers of America every month is minimal to what I can recoup on my investment. And I'm telling you, I don't wanna reinvent the wheel. It's laid out for you, it's beautiful, patients love it, it's professional. Do the right thing, join the team.
My name is Dr. Kim Hong.
And I'm Dr. Kim Trainer.
And we practice in the greater New Orleans area. So we have two practices, one in the East Bank, one in the West Bank. I think the struggle before was finding an identity, finding what I guess we are passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We knew we wanted to do decompression. We just didn't know exactly how to go about it.
Yeah, and we've done some traction. We have the Chattanooga table. We have 4 in between the 2 offices. I personally have had, or does still probably have, some disc herniations in my neck and my low back from a couple car accidents whenever I was young. So this is something that I have experienced and that, again, it piques my interest.
Mm-hmm. Disc Centers of America has guided us on picking the correct decompression table for us that will fit our office, our style of practice, and just basically guiding us on how to do the treatment plan, how to do the financial part, just to get everything ready for us to start.
Also, Dr. Kaplan is, I think, the godfather of disc decompression. And Dr. Bard, I think that he is amazing at marketing. So the two of them are like the M&M, right? And the marketing and what's the other one? Management. In any event, they have always been very reachable. Anytime I have a question, which I have a lot of questions, Dr. Kaplan, he's always answered it for me. And what I love about him is his philosophy and also Dr. Bard, in chiropractic and also in life. One of the things that he said was that success is always under construction. And whenever I ask him questions, sometimes if I get, maybe not a complete answer, I know that he is trying to challenge me. And I will take on that challenge. I've loved what he has been with our office. There's a lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
Lots of inspiration. From my perspective, I believe that concierge coaching is very great, again, in what I had mentioned a while ago. Dr. Kaplan knows disc decompression. He is on the council for the International Decompression Board. And I love the research that he has done. And I love how passionate he is about not only just from that accident, but also just about how passionate he is with the chiropractic profession. We actually are attending the National Spinal Decompression Certification here in Georgia, and I heard Dr. Bard's story, and it just gave me more of a drive in what we do. And it makes me want to be able to give more into the profession. And so that's priceless.
And if they've already experienced everything, has already done the formula for us, why not have the help? So that you don't have to go through all the trials and tribulations. You can just go smooth sailing for your own practice.
There's so many successful doctors here at DCOA, and it is so great to be able to rub shoulders with the best of the best in our profession, and to be able to say that we are the disc decompression. Well, first off, what do? We're doctors. Doctors of what? We are the specialists in non-surgical spinal decompression, and to be able to say that and to be able to own it is amazing. Not a lot of our colleagues can say that.
Hi, my name's Dr. Joseph Keeler, and I practice in Indianapolis, Indiana. The reason I was attracted to this, it seemed like a one-stop shop to be helped by a bunch of people that have skill set in spinal decompression. I had been doing spinal decompression for a number of years, but I couldn't put it all together where the equipment, the treatment, and the help, and the money all lined up with each other. I was able to sign up new patients, but I felt like there was something lacking. And for me personally, the money. I wasn't collecting enough money to cover the cost of the equipment and the staff and the supplies. I have never been so blessed in my life to be part of such a really top-notch, top-level group. I've been an athlete my whole life, and having coaching and guidance and support and teamwork is imperative to the nth degree. And from the get-go, I could feel it in the air that this would be where I would get the help that I needed to put it all together, because before that, I was just guessing at stuff, and then I would have to decide if it was working, and I wouldn't know for sure if it was working. I could look somebody in the eye right now, and in the deepest part of my heart, tell them that I can help them, and because with a reasonable amount of certainty, if they follow what I tell them to do, they will get better. That these guys are the real deal. I've not been in any situation with any minute of any day of any time that I felt like this was a waste. I feel like this is like the beacon of light for me to follow with these folks who've been very open, very candid about how to do things right. I've been part of groups that I felt like it was a complete waste of time and people didn't want to help you. Every single person here is very open about helping, and I thank them for that.
My name is Dr. Joseph Kirk. I practice in Effingham, Illinois. So some of the struggles I was struggling with before I joined Disc Centers of America were obviously just getting new patients. As a new chiropractor, I was only out of school for about two and a half years, and just getting the new patients and those guys helping me with advertising, the ability and the confidence to bring a new patient in and close that new patient, and just be able to have the confidence to treat them and know that exactly what I was going to do was going to be able to help them. And the decompression has absolutely saved my life with all of that. To anybody that's thinking about joining, I wouldn't think about it twice. These guys are miracle workers. You know, they give you everything and anything that you need. They'll answer any questions that you have, and they'll be able to help you with just anything that you need help with. You know, they teach you how to run a business, how to market the business, and working with decompression and neuropathy, it's not even a choice that you really have. If you're thinking about joining, I absolutely think that you should.
I'm Dr. Shelley Radasta, and I practice in Mandeville, Louisiana with Dr. Gerard Jarvis. We've been practicing together for at least 10 years now. Some of the struggles that I feel like we were having prior to getting in touch with Dr. Perry and Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan were that we were in a rut. Insurance companies just had us really beaten down. Attorneys had us really beaten down. We just didn't really enjoy what we did anymore. We didn't feel like we got compensated for the effort and the dedication and time that we put into caring for patients. And just by accident, I happened to come across a webinar that they were doing, and we watched the webinar, got in contact with Dr. Bard, had an excellent conversation, went to meet these guys at one of their boot camps, and it just felt like it was right. So we joined up with Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan, and I feel like not only do we get more education and more knowledge with how to help people get better, but we also have joined a family. And I feel like there's any Disc Centers of America doctor that I can call any day, anytime for advice with a patient, or even Dr. Bard and Dr. Kaplan, I can reach at any time. And that has made a huge difference in the way that we feel about practicing and in our practice itself. If anybody is struggling or just not happy with what they're doing, I would encourage you to reach out to Dr. Bard, have a conversation with him. He will answer all of the questions you have, and I'm confident that you will feel comfortable, you know, looking forward to meeting him and Dr. Kaplan and seeing what it's all about. And once you do that, you'll never go back. You just won't.
So prior to joining Concierge Coaches, you know, I struggled from month to month to pay my bills, you know, to keep the staff paid, to pay my rent and everything on time. And, you know, insurance had just dwindled down to nothing, and we were really suffering. And I knew that if I didn't make changes, that I wasn't going to be able to survive much longer. Because I found out in 2014 that I was going to have to move my practice out of a very affordable rented building into a more expensive, different location. And I knew that if I didn't have an increase in income, there was going to be no way I could afford the overhead. So the ways that Concierge Coaches has helped my practices is, you know, they've shown me laser therapy and how to market laser therapy and how to close cases of laser therapy. You know, the Microlight Smart Laser has completely changed the typical case that I have in my office where I'm adding in laser therapy. They showed me how to package and present cases of spinal decompression, non-surgical spinal decompression. They showed me how to package and present cases of neuropathy. And it's just been tremendous in the amount of services that I'm able to perform that are not insurance dependent. Listen, if you're thinking about joining, don't think about it, just do it, okay? That's the one thing that I can say that it's never been a mistake for me. You know, I would absolutely 100%, I'm on my third contract with Concierge Coaches. I paid it in full this time. I didn't even have to have a payment plan. It felt great to write that check, to know that for the next 2 years, I have no payments to Concierge Coaches. They're not gonna charge me another dime for 2 years. And I'm gonna receive all of the same things that I've been receiving this entire time. If I text Dr. Kaplan, if I text Dr. Bard, I get a text back. If I email them, I get an email back. They're always there available for me.
Prior to joining Concierge Coaches, my biggest issue was just being a pain management doctor. You know, you get patients that come in, all they want is 2 or 3 adjustments, get me out of pain, get me out of the office. You're not addressing the problem, you're not fixing the cause, you're just giving them some temporary relief. And Concierge Coaches has really changed that in our clinic. We've gone from just being a chiropractor to being a specialist. We specialize in disc therapy, we specialize in neuropathy, we're starting to do neurofeedback and brain mapping. And it's changed our practice because now we're really trying to get to the cause of the problem, fix the cause. We're not mismanaging patients, treating just the pain, treating just their symptoms. It's, you know, if the disc is the issue, we're gonna treat the disc, we're gonna get that better so that they don't just continue on this vicious cycle of having pain all the time. Concierge Coaches is the only consulting group I've ever been with that I can't wait to re-sign up with. I've been through 7, 8 different companies. These guys are phenomenal. It is a family. They give you everything that you need. It's just a matter of you implementing what they give you, and it's fantastic. I can't say enough about Perry and Eric.